Hey everybody, welcome to season 3. It is just good old me today. Sorry, no exciting guests. This little break that I've been taking from the show has been stretching out a little longer than I anticipated. I think I put out the last episode in late August, and here we are. Wow, closing in on the end of October. It's been going by pretty quickly since we got back to New York City. But I definitely wanted to say hello and check in with all of you and just kind of discuss where things are going with season 3 of the podcast and hear from you. I really want some feedback. So let's get started. I have no notes. I'm kind of just, saying whatever comes to my head today. So forgive me if I'm rambling a little bit, but I didn't want to let any more time go by without checking in. So I'm back in New York. We've been here since late August, and it's been interesting to say the least. We've both been really busy with work, and I'm very grateful that my client work has picked up a lot. I have very limited childcare hours right now, so it is a bit of a struggle with my now 1-year-old at home, but thankfully the toddler's in daycare, and that has been amazing. But in terms of the podcast, I'm finally starting to reach out to potential guests, and I just wanted to chat with you guys about kind of where things are going there and what you guys would like to see in season 3. So I know for me, my goal personally is to diversify the types of guests I'm getting on there. Not just from a racial standpoint, which of course I want to do that as well, but really also from just the types of sports that we're seeing in the guests that I'm bringing in. Just as a runner myself, and with most of my connections being other runners, it's been a lot of runners on the show, obviously, ultra runners and other types of runners. But I'm really, really interested in, speaking to other types of athletes. And so I'm going to be trying to get maybe some triathletes on. I definitely have a cyclist lined up. I'm working on getting another adventure racer on. I'm not going to name any names yet just because I haven't actually recorded, even though I've gotten people saying yes, as if anyone out there has their own podcast, they probably understand it can take a really long time to schedule things sometimes, especially these days with the world just being in total chaos and everybody's schedules being crazy. But yeah, so I have a very, very amazing old adventure racer lined up. I'll just give you a little hint. If you have watched Eco Challenge Fiji, they were on there, or he was on there. But so that will be super exciting. I might even try to get like a dancer or someone along those lines, potentially an Olympic Nordic skier. So lots of really cool things. I'm really excited to kind of talk to different types of athletes and find out just how, they fuel in so many different ways, and of course share that with you guys. So all exciting stuff. I also have some RD interviews lined up. Again, I have not recorded a single episode yet, although I do hope to start recording with guests next week. And I have a feeling it's all going to stretch out into maybe some November and December, and probably December, January being the bulk of it. So please be patient with me as these kind of trickle out in a not so timely fashion. I know there are podcasts out there that are released, on a weekly basis or monthly even. And for me, since this is still very much for fun passion project, I make no money from any of this. And as I mentioned, I have very limited work hours. I unfortunately do have to prioritize money-making work. So I'm just trying to do this as much as I can in my quote-unquote spare time, but it is something I absolutely love to do, and I really want to bring it back. So, but yeah, I have some cool talks lined up with some other dietitians that I think you guys will enjoy. But other than that, I obviously have some emails put out there that may not be responded to, but I really want to know, what do you guys want out of the show? Because as much as I do this for myself, I also do this for you, and I want to know what you want to hear. So if you have a particular topic, if you have a sport, a guest, anything really, anything you want to cover, if you want me to do another Ask Me Anything questioning, question and answer kind of episode, I'm happy to be flexible and do what you guys want to hear. So please send me an email, eatforendurance@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Instagram or wherever you'd like to, and let me know, because ultimately, you guys are the ones listening to this, and I want to hear what you want from this show. Also, just a quick favor to ask if just again, this is something I'm just doing with my own time, and I really would love for you to share it with your friends. If you haven't already, leave a rating review on iTunes, just kind of getting the word out. I would love to grow my audience. It's actually grown quite a bit, and I'm really pleased with that, but I do have hopes for this podcast in the future, potentially. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the more we can get the word out, the more that helps support me, especially if you don't have any money to, say, donate to my Patreon page or whatever else. But anyways, enough about that. I wanted to also just chat with you guys, connect with you guys about, what are you guys up to? If you listened to my last podcast episode that I did with my husband, Eric, we did it all about our big run in Big Basin. Sadly, right before the whole thing burned down, which I'm still wrapping my head around. But, we had a really great time doing that run in August, and we trained up for that. And we both felt just so strong and really great over the course of the summer. And here we are now back in New York City, back in our, usual life with no family around and not any, well, we have at least, as I said, childcare for my toddler, but it's much harder pretty much impossible to train together these days. We did do one stroller run with Isla in the stroller, my younger one, Isla, and while Ariel was at daycare, and we did a little stroller run on the river, very brief, but that literally was the only run we've been able to do together. So we've been kind of just doing our own training, and I must admit, I've been feeling a bit aimless since our Big Basin run. And a part of me, when I came back here, I was thinking, wow, I have all this amazing fitness I built up, and I want to do something with it. Like, I want to keep building. Maybe I'll run a marathon. Maybe I'll come up with some other goal. I know there are virtual races going on, although I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a hard time kind of getting myself all amped up for a virtual marathon, which I was speaking with a client recently. And I know people are doing those things, but yeah, so I've been feeling a little aimless lately. I've kind of gotten back on the Peloton and enjoying that, and just kind of running when I'm able and when I have the energy. But I'm not going to lie, energy is not great these days. We've been struggling with sleep with the kids and just working constantly, and back to the grind, back to that COVID crazy life right now. So, but I am enjoying my workouts. It's just kind of in a very unstructured way, and running on the East River and doing what I can. And I got back up to 10 miles the other day by myself, and that felt really good. One thing I have been really loving, and if you follow me on Instagram, you maybe saw this, but I've been doing these stroller running adventures with my older daughter, Ariel, and, we went to Governor's Island, and that was about, I don't know, almost 10-mile run for me with the stroller, and, taking the ferry, went to the Statue of Liberty. Like, we've just been going all over the place, different playgrounds, and running around with her, and that's been actually quite fun, and it's been nice to, as much as running alone is amazing, and obviously, it's a whole different type of fitness to be pushing a stroller and stopping and starting versus going on your own run. But it's been actually really nice getting on these little adventures and sharing them with my family. So we've been enjoying that. And just the other day, we, Eric and I did our own runs. He ran, I think, a half marathon in the morning, and I did a really hard ride on the Peloton. And then we all, took the girls out and we walked for 6 miles around Lower Manhattan. It was really nice day and just kind of enjoying it. So, fitness fitness can just take so many different forms, and just something I've been thinking about. On the nutrition front, I will say it's been interesting going from being with my parents, in California, and we were drinking wine pretty much almost every night because my parents would always open like a nice bottle of wine, and I'd have a glass here and there, but so I was drinking quite a bit, and my mom was cooking, and it was just like really awesome. And so back here, I'm trying my best cooking, but we've had some weeks where, I'm a dietitian, and I can't even put myself together with food sometimes. It's an embarrassment. So please just know if you're struggling to throw dinner together or just feed yourself, that you are not alone, and even dietitians have their moments. So, but today I'm a little bit better. I threw something in the oven. I made this nice chicken dish, and it's looking good. So I think, we're all just kind of doing our best with all of this. And as I always tell my clients, we're never striving for perfection. Yes, there's always the ideal, but, you just do your best every single day. And I know for me, that's just what I'm doing. I have days where I can hardly hold myself together. And, I've been up since 3 a.m. either because of insomnia and or because of the kids and just trying to get through my day of watching my kids and working and a little bit of both and doing the house stuff and whatever else. So, we're all just kind of doing our best. I feel like I'm being held together with tape sometimes, and other days I feel like I'm just like super mom and, business owner and doing it all. But other days I feel like absolute garbage. So I think it's, we're all just human and doing our best. So just wanted to put myself out there in that sense. And if any listeners are struggling, you are not alone. It is crazy right now. But I guess, my ramblings have taken long enough now. The only thing else I would say right now is if you listen to my last post, I spoke a lot about using a product called Spring Energy that I really loved, and that I would have a code to share with you guys. So I do finally have that code. I wanted to share it with you when I recorded the last episode, but I only recently got it. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. And so anyways, if you are interested in trying it, it's a real food-based energy. Well, I don't even know if I guess you could call it a gel, but it's nothing like other gels on the market. It's very different. It's, I think, rice-based and has other real food in there. This isn't a paid ad, by the way. I just really enjoy the product. I will, just in full disclosure though, the code I'm giving you, which is EAT for Endurance. So just the name of my business, EATFORENDURANCE. It's 10% off, but in full disclosure, I do get a small commission from your purchase if you do use that code. I honestly don't even know what that commission is. Wow, what an amazing businesswoman I am. But just wanted to be honest with you guys. But I would never, ever, ever recommend something unless I personally believed in it and enjoyed it. So it really worked well for me. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but hey, if you're looking for something new to use and you wanted to give it a try, I think it's a really awesome product, and it worked really well in combination with Tailwind Sports Drink when I did my trail run. So I'm looking forward to giving those another try sometime. On my own runs lately, I've just been sticking with Tailwind, just because I haven't really done anything long enough to warrant any other nutrition. But yeah, so give that a try if you want 10% off. Again, the code is EAT for Endurance. Anyways, that's all I really have for you guys today. But again, please reach out. Let me know. I want what you guys are up to, what you're training for. I wanna know who my listeners are, and what you're all doing, and again, what you want to see from this show. The first episode of season 1. Well, I guess this is technically the first one, but the first real one, a first interview, probably won't be out for a little while. Maybe in a couple weeks if I can get my act together and schedule this next one. For this person next week. But oh my goodness, I need to just stop talking because I can't even think straight anymore. Anyways, I am looking forward to bringing you more shows, and I hope you guys all have a great day. So please reach out, eatforendurance@gmail.com. Bye.